What's going on, guys? This is Mike from Mike and Odin. And last night, me and Odin were watching Spongebob when all of a sudden, Odin asks, Krabby Patty? Krabby Patty? Yes, Krabby Patty. So, after he went to sleep, I went down to the Krusty Krab, I snuck in, and I did it. I took the recipe. I have it. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a Krabby Patty today.
Hey, baby. The first 3 games started
hey.
to look better and better as they pulled away from.
You want to make a Krabby Patty?
What was it? 6 games.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you?
And my point to you is,
SpongeBob.
Andre Iguodala was
SpongeBob SquarePants.
so it wasn't
SpongeBob
SquarePants. And then maybe in a little bit of
SpongeBob
certainly
SquarePants. Do the whistle.
and ran away with MVP, and all of a sudden, for the first time in LeBron's life, 13 years into his NBA career, at age 31.
And here's how we made a Krabby Patty. Start off with a half a cup of mushrooms, 2/3 of a cup of cooked white rice, half of an onion finely diced, 3/4 of a can of black beans, shredded carrots, and the secret ingredient that we use for these Krabby Patties is nori sheets or dried seaweed. And I promise you guys, this adds a whole new level of flavor to your burgers. I also used Weber's Gourmet Burger Seasoning. And to bind your Krabby Patties, you want to use panko breadcrumbs, and that's an additional layer of texture to your burgers. So you want to take your nori sheets and you want to just fold it once or twice, and then just go to town on it like you're a 3rd grader cutting up construction paper. Next, you want to take your black beans and just gently smash them with a fork. Now, you don't want to smash all of your beans because you still want the patty to have some texture, and some of the whole beans really adds texture to the burger. So now you're ready to saute some of your ingredients. So we started here with the carrots. So we just want to soften them up a bit. Now, if you watched my last video on water frying, this is essentially what I'm doing here. I'm just cooking that down along with the onions until they become a bit softer. Next, you want to add your mushrooms and soften them up a bit as well. A bit more water here. Next, you want to add a bit of your seasoning. You want your burger to be well flavored, and you can season this mixture liberally. So when your carrots and onions get wilted down, then you want to just add your 2/3 cup of white rice. I used jasmine rice because that's what I had on hand, and I really like the flavor of jasmine over any other. You want to add a bit more seasoning here. Because you're cooking with a starch, it can soak up a lot of seasoning. Alright, now that that's done, you just want to remove that from the heat and add it to a mixing bowl to cool a bit. And now you want to add your partially smashed black beans to the mixture. Now you want to add your nori sheets or dried seaweed. And again, guys, I know it seems a little bit weird to add seaweed to burgers, but it really does add a really great flavor. So you just want to mix that in pretty evenly. And as you can see here, I actually added a fourth of a can more of black beans. I didn't think I had enough, and the texture just wasn't right, so I added another quarter cup, and just partially smashed those and added those into the mixture. So now that we've gotten our mixture well combined, this is a great opportunity to add your panko breadcrumbs. So as you can see here, I'm adding those breadcrumbs quite liberally. There's not an exact amount. You just want to continue to add until you get the desired texture to make great burgers. So you just want to mix that in and just monitor how it feels until you feel as though you can make a patty out of that mixture. See, I'm adding a bit more here. And there we go. Perfect. And now you just want to dig in your mixture and start shaping these bad boys. So if you look at my technique, all I did was grab a large handful and start shaping it into a cylinder. Then I slowly worked the patty until I reached the desired thickness that I wanted for these particular patties. Now some like them thinner, I like mine's a bit thicker, a bit meatier if you would. Now I would recommend once you get your patties formed to go ahead and pop them in the freezer for about 25 to 30 minutes. And what I've discovered is that the patties hold their shape a lot better after they've been frozen versus if you cook them fresh. So that's what I did with these. I just popped them in for about 25 to 30 minutes. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, go ahead and check us out at Mike and Odin V World. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram at Mike and Odin. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. And here are the condiments I used. We have sea lettuce, sea pickles, sea onions, sea tomatoes, maritime mustard, crusty ketchup. Now the original recipe called for undersea cheese, but that's not vegan, so I used Daya Delicious Dairy-Free Swiss-style slices, which are lactose-free, casein-free, gluten-free, soy-free, and most importantly, cholesterol-free. Now to add some moisture to these Krabby Patties, I have some mayonnaise, which I made from tofu. Now if you want that recipe, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see if I can whip up a recipe. And finally, we have some fluffy seaweed seed buns. So now we're ready to cook our patties. What you want to do is take a large skillet and heat it up to medium-high heat. Okay. And now you just want to take some oil and lightly oil your pan. Now I normally don't cook with any oil, but because Krabby Patties are traditionally fried, I wanted to make this as authentic as possible. So I'm just coating the pan evenly with the oil. Once the pan reaches the temperature that you want, you just want to take your patties and put them in. Now this pan is large enough for 3 large patties, and it still gives me enough room to flip them. Now after a few minutes, your patties will be ready to flip. Now remember, because this is not meat, it takes a whole lot less time for them to brown. So you just want to gently position your spatula in the correct flipping position and flip these bad boys. Eat your heart out, Spongebob. And as you can see, 3 beautiful Krabby Patties. Just a few more moments and they'll be done. Now, if you want to add cheese, this is the perfect time to add your cheese slices. So as you can see here, I added 2 and I left 1 regular. You know, just in case someone just truly doesn't like cheese. I don't know who that is, but hey, there are some weirdos out there. So a great tip is to put a lid on the cheese burgers, and that would allow for the cheese to melt a lot quicker. And after a few short moments, there you have it, melted cheese. Now you just want to take those patties and lightly place them on a dry paper towel, just for a few moments. And now it's time to begin assembly of your Krabby Patty. Let's start with the mayonnaise I made. Next, your cheeseburger, sea lettuce, sea onions, your sea tomato, your crusty ketchup, your maritime mustard,
oh yeah,
your sea pickles, and to top it all off with your seaweed seed top bun. Now doesn't that look like a delicious Krabby Patty? Now let's see if the squirt likes this. Let's take a bite, baby. How's the Krabby Patty, baby? Is it good? Take a bite.
Look at me talking to my good friend about the date that she went on with the guy I like. All kinds of pictures.
That's a good burger.
You know, if I'm ever gonna win an Oscar, it's gonna
Hey, thank you. I love you. I'll get some juice.
This is so romantic. You think?
Yes, you need juice. So there you have it, guys. The Krabby Patty has been made. Odin loves it, and I'm about to tear up about 2 of them. I'm gonna call these Krabby Patty Deluxes with fries, and I picked up some strawberry crush. So yeah, this is about to be an amazing meal. If you like the recipe, go ahead and hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe to Mike and Odin for more awesome videos like this. And if you have a suggestion, hey, go ahead and comment, and we'll see if we can work on those. But until next time, guys, this is Mike with Mike and Odin. Peace.